Hello and welcome everybody to day 3 of the Finding Focus course, the title of which is Plan Your Day in Advance. So, what are we talking about today? Planning. I don't know if you've ever heard of the so-called 6P formula. It's a little bit cheesy, but it hits the nail on the head and it says, proper prior planning prevents poor performance. Planning can do a lot to improve our focus and our productivity in general. When we plan our days and lay out what we want to achieve in advance, we set ourselves up for a day in proactive mode and make a big step towards preventing spending the day in reactive mode. I'm not sure if you know Stephen R. Covey's world bestseller, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. It's an amazing book. But in it, habit number 1 is be proactive. And Covey says that being proactive means taking responsibility for your life. And the same is true at the smaller level for your day's productivity and for your focus. It doesn't only hold at the general level of your whole life. When you're in proactive mode, you decide what you want to work on because it is the most effective thing at a given time and you have a higher purpose for doing it. We discussed that yesterday. That is the foundation for being focused on what you're working on. In contrast, when you are in reactive mode, other people dictate what you should spend your time on. Your day will just be determined by the impulses and agendas of other people, thus preventing you from focusing on what is important. It is thus essential to begin every day in proactive mode. And you can achieve this through proper planning. For our purposes, planning just means writing down the most important elements of your day, your one thing and your why. We already talked about this. First of all, it's crucial to have your day and today's most important items planned out before any distracting input arrives in the form of email, phone calls, Twitter messages, Facebook feeds, colleagues, etc. As a consequence, plan your day in advance. High achievers even go so far as planning their days the evening before when they leave work. Because this way, they're able to find closure, enjoy the evening and night, and just let their minds rest. As a second best, you can also plan your day the very first thing in the morning. But at whatever time it needs to be done, you just have to do it before checking email or letting any other input into your life. The easiest thing is to just do it on paper. It sounds really simple, but an empty sheet is all you need to get started. Simplicity facilitates implementation. This way, you will not be distracted by technology and apps and tools and programs in the form of formatting options or advanced bells and whistles. You will just do it. Arrange your plan as a simple list with your one thing on top and your why next to it. Further below, list 0 to 3 additional important items. So you can have more important items or you can just focus on the one thing. But you can also add your whys if you want for these additional items. And then even further down, just write down minor tasks, notes, trivialities, and things that are being thrown at you from the outside. Always work from this list during your day in order to keep control and remain proactive. So, let me recap the key takeaways from today. Prior planning sets you up for a day in proactive mode. Plan before any input such as email or phone calls enter your day. Do it the night before, which is the first best, or as a second best, first thing in the morning. And then, planning with a white sheet of paper is the simplest way to focus on what matters. Okay, let's look at your game plan for today. First of all, plan your day in advance. So if you haven't done it, do it right now. Then we're going to repeat what we did the other days as well. Write down today's actionable one thing on top of a white sheet of paper. And also write down at least the most important why you should do it. Add other tasks further down, ranked by order of importance. And always work from this list during the day. This is basically your master plan that you will use. And whenever you have free time, whenever you're trying to decide what to work on, look at your list. Look at the most important items that have not been done yet and work on these. And then when you've finished that list, do your one thing. Afterwards, continue from important to less important tasks. And then at the end of your day, plan the next day. You can actually add this as an important to-do on your list as well so that you know, okay, this is one of the things I need to do, plan for the next day. So please don't be one of the people who doesn't take action. Follow your game plan today in order to build the habit of finding focus. And I'll see you tomorrow.